Fortnite is changing forever. From the permanent return of OG to a massive Juice WRLD concert, this is everything coming to the game in the next month. So you heard me right, the huge live event of this year will in fact be a Juice WRLD concert named Remix the Finale. Now it won't just be Jared, the other rappers in the season will all come together to perform multiple songs, and we just got our first look at the event, thanks to an accidental leak from Fortnite. Take a look at the TV in the back.
So, but when he comes in, you want me to just stay right here though, right? You don't want me to walk down here?
Yep, that's a huge Snoop Dogg, confirming our finale event will be a traditional concert just like Travis Scott, Eminem, and Ariana Grande. But that's not all. How do we get the Juice WRLD skin for free? Well, anyone who attends the event will get a cel-shaded skin literally just like that. In the final week of Remix, he'll take over the island with his own special POI and an exclusive chug cannon. But not before Ice Spice joins the game in week 3. From the trailer, you already know she's taking over the shark with her own massive balloon, but she's also getting 2 secret mythic items. We've talked about the grappler before, which gives you icy feet when you use it, except her name isn't just Ice, it also includes Spice, and that's where her mythic scar comes in. When shooting, it'll give you a pepper effect. You see what they did there? Now let's get into the biggest leak of the entire season, which is officially confirming that Fortnite OG is coming back. All week, people have been comparing Remix to the classic Chapter 1 season from last year, especially when it comes to nostalgia. Well, now you get to experience it permanently, as Fortnite OG is coming back as its own mode in 1 month. And they're not just going back to Season 6 again, it's gonna feature every single season of Chapter 1, including classics like the Pirate Theme, Neo, and Season X. The plan is to announce it either during the Remix finale event or the Game Awards, but leakers have revealed it from an anonymous source. It will only have OG loot and support zero build, but the best part, the map will update every month with a new season and rotate constantly between the islands. Maybe you're on the fence about this one, but Fortnite themselves confirmed this a year ago when they tweeted, "The OG season far exceeded our expectations, so much that we'd like to bring it back in 2024. So they left it to the last second, but it's finally happening just in time for Chapter 6, and this is gonna be a record-breaking mode when it drops. Did you know over in regular BR, we're gonna be driving around as Pixar cars? Lightning McQueen and Mater are officially coming to the item shop very soon. In fact, Epic has already added files for Lightning McQueen's wheels, which could indicate he'll be joining as soon as next month. I wonder how they're gonna tackle the fact that these guys are alive. Chances are they will be our very first animated vehicle. I cannot wait. But I guess we'll have to when we learn what else we'll be able to drive. Get ready to mow down enemies with a battle bus. We already had the armored ones, and those are cool, but what if you want a permanent battle bus that can work in any season? Well, Fortnite is working on a mini bus skin for SUVs, and it's apparently coming very soon, which is kinda awkward considering Remix has no SUVs on the map right now. I'm also excited for our first artist of Chapter 6. Once Snoop Dogg leaves Festival in January, he's getting replaced by our first K-pop icon series ever, New Jeans. They are absolutely massive around the world, and they'll be dropping on January 14th with skins for all 5 members, emotes, and a UEFN concert. Not to mention, Epic are currently working on new modes for their metaverse, and I'm not talking about collabs like Lego or Festival, these are original games like Mini Battle Royale. This is gonna be a smaller scale BR with a maximum of 50 players. At first, this was leaked with just a solos mode, but it'll actually support duos too. Data miners think we'll see this with the launch of Chapter 6, and I'm inclined to agree, but it's not all. There's actually a sickening amount of new games in the works. We have Light Bunny, the one I just mentioned, and Figment, the leak of permanent OG. But when you scroll down further, there are modes like Feral, a 5v5 team deathmatch with ranked, and Sprout, a Lego game based on jobs like being an auditor, an accountant, and basically it's like The Sims. We also know Fortnite are working on modes like Imperial that'll heavily feature vehicles and NPCs, which I'll get to more in a second, along with the biggest of all, Arnold, our massive upcoming Chapter 6 open world game. Sooner though, we're gonna get a secret update to the Remix map. Everyone knows about the rapper POIs, but nobody's talking about the return of Caddy Corner. The underrated POI from Chapter 2 is coming back, along with Kit's classic mythics, the Shockwave Launcher, and Charged Shotgun. But let's rewind for a second, because the Imperial car mode I mentioned earlier, that's actually not related to rocket racing. In fact, this is gonna be Vehicle Royale. It'll be available in duos, with one player driving around and the other firing weapons. They're gonna bring back all of those super controversial car mods from the Wasteland season, including 2 brand new mods that add lasers and rockets. Never would have guessed that Epic saw the backlash of the car season and decided to make it a permanent mode. I guess the most controversial part of Chapter 5 is now becoming an entire game. Hopefully, they'll use the new car cosmetics to get Transformers right. When Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and others like Megatron joined the game, they were just given regular old skins. It was a total bummer. They didn't even get emotes which temporarily turned them into cars or anything. The Transformers in Fortnite could not transform, and I was disappointed about it. Well, when Epic revealed car skins were now in game, it opened the door massively for Optimus and friends to finally get their long-awaited justice. So, what could it be? Well, the Cybertron canon has just been re-added to the files, showing that Transformers Part 3 might actually be happening. We're the perfect addition just in time for Vehicle Royale, so I hope something comes of this. Now you see, it wouldn't be the only collab car fans are looking forward to. Right now, we already have the infamous Nissan Skyline from Fast and Furious. Yet that series is full of classic cars, so Fortnite is doing it again, adding yet another vehicle from the franchise. Instead of an earlier model, they went with something from the most recent Fast movies, and that is the 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat. It's already in Rocket League right now, giving us an exclusive glimpse at what the car will look like when it comes to Fortnite later this year. If you want an early look at more features, just check out the Battle Pass for a secret leak. Click on Dynamo TNTina and view our second page. You'll find a pair of Jordan 1s. It's confused a lot of people, but once it gets unlocked in 12 days, you'll actually be able to put these kicks on tons of outfits, not just TNTina. In fact, by next spring, Fortnite hopes that 95% of all outfits will support kicks. That means we'll probably get Mike Wazowski Jordans by the end of next year, which is something you probably didn't hear about. Monsters Inc. is coming to Fortnite. An anonymous source who sent reliable info to leakers has come back once again to reveal that the classic duo are coming to Fortnite in the future. But this was like in August, so it's been a while. People kind of forgot about this, went on with their day until recently when the leak was revived, all thanks to Fall Guys. They officially announced a crossover with Monsters Inc., bringing Mike, Sully, and Boo to the game as Beans. I know Mike Wazowski looks a little hilarious. Hopefully he looks that funny when he comes to the game, as lately a ton of these Fall Guys collabs have been preparation for their Fortnite debut. Now this is similar to how Rocket League updates reveal the future. In September, multiple NASCAR vehicles were dropped to celebrate their 75th anniversary, and it wasn't long before Epic followed this up with a cameo at FNCS. For the finals at Dickies Arena, there was a Champions Road NASCAR in the center. All of this happened just months after a NASCAR employee leaked everything on their LinkedIn page. It basically said they were bringing licensed vehicles and rocket racing tracks to Fortnite in the future, and while we're still waiting for it to happen, it is probably coming to life in Chapter 6. That's a while away, but you only have to wait less than 24 hours for the next Battle Royale update as Eminem takes over the island for week 2 of Remix. Yesterday, skin was given to content creators like myself, revealing an early look at what to expect. Introducing Rap Boy Reloaded, a more combat-focused version of the Rap Boy skin we already have, and for good reason. Eminem is going to get his very own POI in the map that takes over the grotto, and inside you'll find Mom's Spaghetti. It's a real-life restaurant he actually owns, and of course a reference to his most iconic bar. That's not all, he'll get his very own Eminem-themed llamas. I guess that's new. It's along with one of the best mythics of the entire chapter. Fortnite is finally bringing back the minigun in the greatest way, with Rap God bullets. Best part is, you can get all of this as soon as tomorrow. So now you know what to expect for the rest of the season, but we're still only like 3 weeks away from a completely different map. All the leaks I've been talking about so far are mostly coming in November, which shows just how much insane content Epic have lined up. But beyond that, when Chapter 6 drops on December 1st, we're in for even more great updates. That's right, Season 1's theme has already been revealed by leakers, and we're going to be dropping into a brand new map full of traditional Japanese characters and POIs. It's codenamed Hermes and will include a wetlands area, along with samurai-inspired weapons and Japanese mythology. It's gonna be very different, that's for sure. Question is, just how different? Well, we're already seeing leaks of a new mechanic called the Void. Not really sure if this is some kind of new consumable like Nitro or Chrome, but it's gonna have its own junk rift and shield items, so maybe we'll be able to send players into some kind of dimension, possibly even grab items from it. Sounds ominous. Not as terrifying as the Chapter 6 boss. This guy's codenamed Puppeteer here, and he's gonna have the ability to teleport around using a mask. In fact, according to leaks, this villain will literally haunt players. I'm not joking, it sounds terrifying. Another feature is coming back for Chapter 6. Reality augments are making their return next month, with Epic already working on a massive amount of perks to equip. I'm more excited to know the quad launcher is coming back. Fortnite has secretly been updating this model to look more realistic, just in time for the new graphics update. With all this new content, you're probably wondering how you're gonna fit it on your hard drive. Within the next 6 months, Epic is gonna release download options, giving us the choice of what we wanna install. It means if you hate Lego or rocket racing, something like that, you can just uninstall it and play what matters to you. It's pretty handy, saves you a lot of space. W update. So here's some bad news for all you creative players. One of the most anticipated updates of the whole year has been custom items. Basically, Epic's been working on a way to let us make our very own weapons in Fortnite that do whatever we want them to. Sounds insane. Sadly, they just declared that it'll be released as an experimental feature when it drops later this year. It means you won't be able to publish your islands if they have custom items in them, like the first-person device. Bummer, but hey, at least we still get to try out the feature. So despite all of those insane modes I listed earlier, there are still some more coming that fall more into the LTM category than a fully fledged mode. We got Moonjade, an upcoming pickaxe-only LTM that sounds like a fun way to kill time, along with Frog Party, which was mysterious when it first got leaked, but has been scrapped and replaced with Day of Doom. When these new skins, modes, battle passes, everything releases, if you want to support us, using code T5G in the item shop does more than you could ever believe. Thank you all for watching. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.